What is up, guys? Wraith here, Graybearded Gaming Society. We are at the trollish ATM machine out here in Corona because rats are rebuffing. Let's make popular with the locals. Come here. Sitting in the puppy brigade. So yeah, we obviously last time around ran into. Ooh, that looked like it hurt. Sorry. Got distracted there. So yeah, obviously, like I said, last time around, we ran out of lives, unfortunately, on our monkey pal, Riordan. But we've decided that might be time to make a little cash. And not just for Riordan, just in general, it's always good to have a stash. But we collectively spent most of the stash that we had running around, and actually spent it on Stinky here because Stinky got himself a nice ceremonial XR regen chest plate with that regen stacked with that regen stacked with me being a troll. Generally lets me just kind of go ham with Cannibalize, and lets me kind of just farm to my heart's content as long as I'm in an area where I'm not in over my head. But because of that, we'll say that the fundage is a hair low for everybody who's stray on the account at the moment. So we figured we'd come out to the ATM machine and dip in the tree's pockets for a little while and, get some cash. At the same time, we haven't really been like in a big hurry with Stink. I mean, he's been a lot of fun to play. You know, his play style is really neat. Because, I mean, sometimes if we're in certain areas, right, we can slow and face tank with the dog. And other times the dog can tank with slow and dots. And it just, kind of goes back and forth on how we can get things knocked out. But we have been, mentioned before, I've really kind of been in like a paladin mode when I haven't been on the challenge toon lately. So Trafton is level 39. He got a new set of spells. He's got some decent upgrades. He has been living in Unrest just because he is just owned there. But I've been trying to find... where do we take him next, right? Where do we get some challenge without getting too far in over his head? We would like to kind of stay with the undead theme, and I was thinking about Lower Guck for him, and trying to see how he could do there by himself. It's been interesting how solo he's actually been, but with his kit and just trying to stay in certain areas, it's going to be ridiculous. Because if I ever actually get him to high level, somebody's going to ask me to tank, and I'm going to be like, yeah, about that. I've never really tanked a whole lot for anybody. I've always just been beating down undead stuff, but he's doing his thing. The Stink's doing his. We just decided that really I felt like this would be the item that would put his farming into the next just in the next tier. Because I mean, like I can just cannibalize like crazy. I get my health back so fast between all of my regens that basically it's like having, it's clarity for my health pool, which is nice. I mean, obviously, if a fungi tunic would be super, but I think the math. I mean, I'm almost at a fungi tunic because I'm a troll, right? Well, a troll shaman, right? I think I'm almost at a fungi tunic because that's. I mean, the regen's solid. I do what I need to do. And again, decided it was time to make some cash, and being able to carry a bunch was very useful to the cause. But I'm gonna set it here for a while. I'm gonna blow some treants up, and I'll check in. Whatever other toon I play this week, we kind of fill in. I randomly got invited to an Unrest group on my wizard the other day. I was running my wizard through the common lands, and obviously it's not like they saw me from the channel. They're just like, oh, hey, do you need a group, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, I'm the worst wizard. You probably don't want me in your group. And I'm just trading off a piece of gear. So I kind of got to pass now. Well, maybe we jump him in. I don't know. I really don't know. I think up next for this guy, and obviously long-term goals, right? We would love to get the bracer and just nuke things to pieces, like we saw our buddy Daishan do last week. But we're still a ways off from that, right? We're 9 levels away from even being able to click that bad boy. It gives us some time to farm, and quite frankly, we between the two items, the bracer is so strong that really we could potentially even just sell this chess piece because they tend to hold their value pretty decently. We could probably just, you know, even if the chess piece is temporary just to help us farm until we get that other piece, you know, it'll be a worthwhile investment. Or, you know, if we hang on to it, stick around for any other tunes, it is also kind of a semi-decent Twinkie item. Obviously for non-challenge tunes, obviously. But anyway, we're going to sit down here and blow these guys up for a while, try to make some cash, and we'll check back in with whatever other adventures we get into. Stick around. That's money in the bank. Alright, time to time to fall off a cliff first. Zoom all the way in. Get out of the water. There we go. Well, that's what happened. I hit the sensitivity button on my mouse and it freaked out. All right. So where were we? Right. Time to see how we made out. We spent a little bit of time out there, and then we ended up dropping off to go get some chow. Somebody was doing. We got back, so but it's fine. Let's see how we did. We should be a little bit over 200 plat here, just in gold pieces. Drop that. Granted, I mean, I'm combining a little bit back and forth, but yeah, I mean, that is not a bad haul. Not a bad haul. Solid 250 plat. Plus, we haven't even sold stuff yet. Let's do, these people should be okay with me. There we go. Yep. And I know technically people try to wheel and deal and barter the light stones. I'm pretty much entirely too lazy to do that, but at least I'm honest about it. I don't want to carry around bags full of light stones. All right, so that's pretty good run. Pretty good afternoon, just making some cash. Because again, once the guys are off the challenge, I generally just kind of just go for kind of one thing at a time for folks, whatever we need at the time. So we'll keep that. We have enough report. 500 plat in the bank. Not bad. Not bad at all. All right. Let's see what other kind of trouble we can get into. Well, unfortunately, the basement is camped. Very camped. These guys are busy. Doing just fine. We were actually having a discussion about Ghoulbanes and how mine was doing. Apparently he's not getting very good procs out of his. But, I mean, not sure what to tell you. I like mine. Get along with it just fine. What in the world am I doing? There we go. Of course, it's going to be time to sell this guy soon. But yeah, so this place is pretty hopping. Oh yeah, 23 players in this piece. What we'll do is we'll go ahead and sit down up here for now. Yeah, be out nice and out of everybody's way. Alright, nothing going here. Let's see what else we can find. Alright. I'm not entirely sure why we're doing this to ourselves, but we're going to. We're, we're going to run this guy over. We're going to take him to the Oasis. That's where we're dashing through North Row right now. It's a nice, safe-ish spot that's nice and wide open, so if I screw up, I don't murder everyone else around me, as opposed to if I do something stupid like, say, in Unrest, where I train half the zone somewhere, I murder everybody in my path. So I think what we're going to do is start kind of small and try to remember how to wizard stuff. I think, yeah, I think that's what we're going to do, because we're trying to get into something this evening. That's not immediately just me back farming on the monkey. So we'll see what happens. So, Deepwater Cayman. We're going to come right out of the gate. With a whole bunch of resists, apparently. And then making an alligator mad. I think 4 shock was our big guy. Yeah, that's our big blast. Let's go with the root. Get him back off of the root. Let's see what we're going to do here. Wow! 171 on that one. Mostly resist on that one. Alright, we soloed something and we didn't die. Progress. Progress. It only took 20% of our health bar and 80% of our mana bar. Now, granted, I mean, he was deep water and those guys are, you know, a little bit bigger or whatever. We'll mess around with a couple of these guys just to keep ourselves busy, I guess. Because, like, the Caimans, I think, are all going to be green. The Crocs, maybe we'll have to check. We'll have to check. But we'll try to myrtlate a few things. See what happens. We'll check back in a minute. See how good or bad we may or may not have done. The glory part's about chilling out in Oasis on the dock. Watching sand giants tear ass through the desert. Hopefully we're far enough back. So now we're gonna sit down and we're gonna look this way, so we can see it becomes charging backwards. Because I didn't even see like I said looking for more of a Crocs. Like I didn't see anything that even said he was coming. So somebody kind of faux pod. You should really call when you're training a sand giant somewhere, because they tend to make a nuisance of themselves. Now I remember the other problem with this guy, though. Man, it takes forever to get mana back. I got no clarity. I got no cannibalize. You know, and unlike, you know, the Paladin, who's got a small mana pool because he doesn't use that many spells anyway, this guy's all mana all the time. Again, I'll go straight back to what we used to go back. I know that I am a horrible wizard. I'm sure that there are some super secret wizard squirrel tricks that I'm missing. Keep in mind, too, like, we never really, like, twinked this guy or anything with extra gear. Crap. Was he actually running? Or were you just getting that graphical thing? No, that looks like he's coming at somebody. Okay, he's back to normal. He's back to normal. Because, you know, I'm not a coward or anything. Like, if it didn't even look like he was coming this way, nope, I'm out. Gone. Gating. Where was I? All right. I'm a horrible wizard. Because I'm sure there's some sneaky secret squirrel handshake somewhere. Granted, a little bit rusty anyway, because I haven't looked at the spells in a while. Just remember which spells are which. I remember with the bolts, we got to be careful because when he walks in the middle, we'll zap them at the same time. And our big guy right now is Force Shock, because we just got him at level 20. You know, one of the ones that we were doing before, and that's probably why it's actually just not really all that good anymore now, is we're trying to do the rain spell, because it's supposed to be mana compared to damage, but there's just so many resists. There's so many resists. And then we have, we do have the Tishan's Clash, which I thought was mostly a stun, more so than anything else. But, whoop, into the drink we go. Yeah, you go. Oh, is that little mage gonna get smushed? No, he stayed out the way. Okay. Alright, so he's going that way. We're going this way. Dare we? Of course we do. Well, excuse me. Of course we get resisted. That's supposed to be a stun, right? So we get the nice stun. We still get interrupted. Alright. He's rooted. Get a max range. Huh. We get resisted again. Try this again. A lot of resist here. It's not helping our cause, peeps. Not helping our cause. Well, apparently we got help. Oh, good times. Good times. Alright, so as we were sitting outside, waiting patiently for all of our mana to come back, which takes us forever, we got super lucky, and then Shannon passed by, gave us that. We're going to try something real quick. Hello, little crocodile. You're going to sit there like that. I'm going to blow you up. Here's Stompy Feet, another sand giant. Alright. Do you mind? So technically we can still get experience for those guys. But even that, excuse me, was still like 40% of a mana bar. As long as old Stompy Feet stays out there, we'll stay over here. We should be just fine. Yeah, the thing I'm worried about, though, is, man, we're going to, like, waste almost our entire Spirit of Wolf sitting on our butt. Waiting for mana to get back. Which, and again, I know. I'm supposed to be efficient and supposed to be grouping stuff. But I solo a lot. I'm used to soloing. Granted, at the same time, like, I don't want like live. Obviously, it's a little bit different because the gear is different and things like that. That's what makes this guy such a big challenge. And I'm not saying they're not a challenge. I know that there are some people who mainline these guys and wizards are their jam. All I'm saying is I don't know how you do it. I have no idea how you do it. I absolutely stink with this guy. Oh, but, well, at least we've got some clarity for a minute. So the mana should come back. I mean, yeah, the mana's flying back now. But we're not exactly in a target-rich environment either. Granted, I mean, there are... That's like my buzzword for the night. I have noticed, though, there are... there are a handful of groups. So let's see if we can't get past these. Actually, that guy right there. You're going to be perfect. Kablow! Do one of those. Gonna do one of these. I'm gonna load the big guy on you. Boom! No fizzles. No fizzles. Come on. What do you run by and taunt him? Seemed like a very good plan. Okay. I don't know why I'm wasting my time looting. These guys never drop anything. So I mean, very doable. Obviously, it's way more doable with with clarity. Because we will spend a lot of time rump roasting just to get our mana back. And not for a crazy amount of experience. We'll see. We'll see. Alright. So we found ourselves back in the tunnel, this time on our buddy Trafton. So I think we're gonna bite the bullet. We're gonna bite the bullet. We're gonna we're gonna do two things. And I'll spare you from watching me slowly but surely try to get some of this stuff done. The first thing we're gonna try to do is upgrade our shield to a Sarnak battle shield. Now we've done a fair deal of wheeling and dealing on our buddy here and gotten some decent stuff. He's obviously not over the top, but he's got some decent stuff. We got a couple of the Orc Fang earrings now. I think we've covered some of this before, like chip value. A couple really, like, we got really good steals, like on the Crystal Triton gauntlets and things like that. A couple spots that we could upgrade. Obviously, there's always some spots here, always some spots there. The big thing that we're kind of looking for now and kind of thinking about really is, at some point, do we want to commit to haste on this guy? Obviously paladins are not known for their DPS, more for their survivability, being able to wear things down. Will the haste really make that big of a difference? Especially knowing that, if we go the haste route, it's going to be something more on the lower end, something more like a flowing black silk sash, something like that. But again, we'll see what we can do. We've decided we're going to go ahead and get the shield. We're going to upgrade this guy. We've had the cracked Awkwardwood for a while now. You know, we'll lose a hair of strength, but we're going to double our AC, pick up a bunch of other stats. Like I said, we got, this is Trafton's entire stash right there. We're going to upgrade the shield, and then I think we're going to head him, we're going to sneak into to Lower Gok. I think we're going to see what we can do over in Lower Gok. Obviously, we're going to run over here to town first, and we'll get a bind somewhere close. But then we're going to head to Lower Gok, I think, and see, you know, can he reliably solo there. You know, it's again, I've been on a bit of a paladin kick lately. He's been moving along pretty good. Obviously, I kind of spread my wealth, so to speak. I don't really necessarily pile drive one character at a time. I know some people do. I never really have. I probably should if I actually wanted to get stuff done. But the thing with the paladin, really, I mean, there's just, even if I were to go back to Stink, take the chest piece off, sell that, get my 10k, you know, plat back, and kind of distribute it. Like, I mean, there are a couple items, but there's nothing so mind-boggling, you know, that's going to immediately make this guy just, you know, over the top, you know, OP. It's just not going to happen. You know, so it's kind of not worth it. And even thinking about doing that with the monk to just upgrade maybe some of his weapons, you know, I just don't know. I think, honestly, you think we'll just do some farming on our own before we start pawning stuff off. Apparently somebody's got a pet orc in here. Not quite sure why, but whatever. He picked the wrong guy to mess with. I guess he's not going to survive very long in here. But yeah, like, I mean, that's kind of the update, you know, for the gang. You know, like I said, Stink is doing his thing. We're trying to build some money up, not in a big hurry level, just get some cash back after spending it. Everything we had on the chess piece. You know, still adventuring right here on Trafton, running around with him. I still have, at some point, I got to get my buddy online with me so we can trade gear back and forth. Because I do have the upgrade for the right now. He's got the bow, but he really doesn't need it. So I'll upgrade his ranged item to the totems, the totem that we got right when we were running around at the goblin camp when we never got our earring and instead fell off a cliff. You know, memories. Any hoozle. Well, yeah, Trafton will be heading into there. The wizard, man, I tried again. I'm bad at it. It's not my favorite thing. Maybe if I could just muscle through and get bigger, maybe get the snare. I don't know, but right now it's just going to be hard. So unless I get a little bit of group roll with it, it's probably not going to happen. It's probably not going to happen. But I think that's kind of our mission for now. We'll keep farming on Stink. We're going to keep this guy rolling. We're going to move him towards Lower Gok, see if he can solo there. And I think on the on our monkey, when we move back to our monkey here and there, we'll do a little bit of stuff trying to pick up maybe some epic pieces now that he's in that range. Try to get some experience. Try to find us a nice, good, you know, safe solo spot where maybe we can get some experience, get maybe a bit of decent cash, so we can start working towards his next item as well. Because I think with him, we might start looking towards a nice next upgrade to our two-hander. And when we were hanging out last week, we did a little bit of homework. So it might be like the Peacebringer, I think, maybe be the next step up. We'll have to see how it goes. But hey, guys, as always, you know, if you guys got any comments about the adventures, ideas on where we could go, maybe pieces of gear that either we can get for ourselves or maybe farm for, you know, save for, that might make a huge difference to these guys. Hey, reach out, let me know. We'd love to hear from everybody. Just kind of a, you know, quick reminder. We're gonna take most of the month of July off. So we got my birthday coming up. We got a family vacation coming up. It's gonna be an entire week. It's just, there's gonna be a lot of traveling, a lot of moving back and forth. It's gonna make it too complicated to try to kind of cram videos in, because again, I don't do this full time, obviously, so I don't get a bunch of footage in advance and all that kind of happy jazz. So this will probably be the last video that we post before we drop back, and then we have a big decision to make that did come up in the chat of, do we want to live stream re-rolling our next character for the next season? And we'll have to see. It's an interesting idea. I'm pretty sure the stuff I have now I could set it up and do it. You know, would there be any interest? You guys have to let me know. And then at the same time, it's really easy to edit myself. You know, when I'm filming it this way, because I try to keep things generally friendly. I try to keep, you know, the recommendation of some of the folks I know who watch, you know, like generally kid friendly, you know, don't necessarily try to go too crazy. But without the ability to edit myself, can I keep me out of trouble? We shall see. We shall see. But that'll be a big thing. I'd love to hear what you guys have to say about that down below. But until next time, guys, like I said, it's going to be about a month. We're going to take off July so we can get all the family stuff taken care of. And around the August time frame, we will be looking to roll up the next season of the P99-9Lives challenge, and we will roll our random race, our random class, and we will go from there on our next series of adventures. But until next time, guys, I hope everybody has a good summer. I hope everybody has a good time hanging out, catch some nice weather. And until we come back, guys, you stay safe, stay distant, stay in EverQuest, and we will catch you guys when we return after our little break. Night, guys.